The building may outlive the architect, but ecology, nature will. So be aware of current and future state of the building industry utilizing AI. Everybody is talking about AI now. Artificial intelligence, GBI, Green Building Index, ESG, environmental, social and governance, BIM, and all forms of digital communication. Since the noble ambition is to be an architect with dignity, allow me to conclude with the Islamic decree. I'm not very religious, but I abide by the falsafah Islam that the human race, including architect, is a Khalifah or a custodian on earth. That is quoted from the Quran, Surah 10. And hence we must always be mindful that all our deeds on earth are accountable in the hereafter. You can have all the success, wealth and all that, but you are still answerable at the end of your life. So, wallahu alam, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah, wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato' Ajida. It's only like 7 minutes
Late.
Over time, which is considered very, very good. It's time for me now to call our baby speaker. I have to thank Architect Zaini. Architect Zaini already left for suggesting that I get a younger speaker to complement our 3 more senior speakers so that she can actually give a more recent perspective. Yeah. So Architect Rushdina, who I usually call Dina, she is a sole proprietor, an entrepreneur, and a very well sought after speaker. Please help me welcome Architect Rushdina to share her experience.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Hi. 大家好，我很开心今天可以在这里分享我们的 topic。谢谢。So this is what I am. I am Architect Krishna anyway. So actually this morning I just want to share with you guys this kind of topic of pitfall in architecture and pitfall in practice. Actually receiving this topic was a very big challenging for me. Seriously, because it's about 5 to 7 years experience is incomparable with this kind of, I just feel like I'm not a baby, I'm a lady bird, in a giant or dinosaur's world. I couldn't see it, but yeah, this is what I feel. But I'm here today is actually representing the young architects. So what we face, what are the pitfalls that we are facing, what are the challenges and how do I navigate this kind of thing to become success. But not really that success, but at least I have something to share with you guys today. So, alright, this is me. Okay, enough with the resume, but what I want to share with you guys actually, architecture is very hard to understand, I'm not starting my journey during my, starting up my practice. I started up my journey actually during my first year in architecture UTM, and at the same time I work with another firm. Okay, which is not a normal things to do in Malaysia. That was like in year 2000. So I'm the product of working during my first year in architecture. So that time is still T-squares. I'm in a generation of transition. Okay, between the T-squares, the rubbers, the colors, you name it, until the R14, the SketchUp. This is the generation. Okay, so we're witnessing a lot of this kind of transition. And well, after 11 to 12 years in MAA Architect, I decided to do my own sole prop. I have none of manual to follow for architectural business, inherited from the previous seniors. So what I did was, I'm asking myself, what should I do? Should I take a master in business? Should I do what? There's a lot of questions in my mind. But what I did was, I'm joining MLMs. Oops. You know what? Because MLM, they have lots of business talk. So I should be smart in thinking of what I have facing a problem to face it. So this is what I am. So 2 years in MLM had taught me a lot of business mentorship, ideas that I can implement into my architecture business. Believe it or not, people in MLM, to get to where they are, they have a certain level they need to achieve. They achieve by years, but I am achieving in 4 months. Okay, so that is what the thing. If you really focus to whatever you want to do, your goal is actually you can be success, right? And then after that, me, lady architect, I know this is lots of ladies architects here also facing the same thing. Sometimes I forget that architecture has genders. I don't know. Are you looking at me as a woman? Okay. We are equal actually in this kind of industry. Alright, guys, how fast the world has been changed, So, the world had changed the moment Superman flew over the sky. This analogy is actually about us, okay? We are trying to save people, we are trying to do whatever to fulfill the client's needs whatsoever. But, yes, like I said just now, we are the youngsters that experience this generation, this transition between the manual until the AI now. Okay, so how fast the time flies. Alright, why understanding pitfall is crucial? Because we living in architecture, okay, doing the business, architecture is demanding but yet rewarding, right? You will be satisfied when you see your own product, okay? So we need to understand. So these cloud words that I'm picking up from the internet, like I need to redo it because the JPEG is so small in pixel. So it's a lot of obstacles that we are faced, not only architecture, but we are as the youngsters. Alright? Alright guys. Before we dive into this topic, I might say that maybe senior generation might not agree to what I say today, because this is what I feel. This is what we face as young generation. And I recall, Architect David, you said that young generation nowadays is very creative in terms of, maneuver the problems, But we have no choice. We have to face it in our own way. This is what we we face the challenge. So, here you go. This is the latest information that I get yesterday from LAM. Okay, for 2034, because in the website it's still 2023. I think it need to change now because it's already almost end of the year. Okay, all right. So we having like in 2017 under the land report to Parliament, we have like 1,192 so proud. Okay, and you can see that. And today, we have increased like 1,413 so far. This is the latest data that I get email from LAM yesterday. Okay, and then partnership we have 80 compared to previous one 91. Perhaps that 91 has been upgraded to body corporate. To 2024 is 375, and multidisciplinary already 50. Okay, so this is the data. Sorry guys, VGU 4766. They are calling from below to move your car. You're blocking someone. VGU
4766.
Okay.
Total 50.
I think they're upstairs, level 5.
Oh, okay.
The participant who have the issue.
Okay, alright.
So I go upstairs.
Okay, so continue. This is the data that I get, okay? And then, this is the developer's website. I don't know if the youngsters nowadays are browsing through this internet, because we are the one who really struggling with the projects, wanting to know what the project is going on. So certain developers, the real properties website has been in like Fawas, like the next property. So they have listed 140 plus developers that are active now. But you see, comparable with the practice that we have, the red color is representing this, which is the sole proprietorship might get the project. But you see, even though it's about 60% of the developers doing the project, we still struggling to get us. Okay, why? Number two, you see the partnership, which is in green. The potential that we'll get until the 4 developers that have 7 projects, and also taken up 96 developers that handling 1 project, which is bungalows, okay, small projects. Okay, we are competing. This is what we face as a younger generation now. And what about multidisciplinary and body corporate? They're taken up all, even a bungalow. Okay, so this is what's happening. This is the trend now. All right. So the challenge: architect limited resource. Okay, especially for youngsters, for new startup. Okay, they need a strong portfolio and established reputation in a competitive market. And developers nowadays, okay, typically prioritize cost effectiveness and profitable, and to say that cutting costs, cutting fees. Okay, that will be faced now. We have to face it. All right. And then the trend. Okay, this is some quote that I get from the internet. Okay, from the Facebook. Okay, one of the friends given it to me for this talk. Okay, so large projects are often dominated by big developers. I don't know if you agree or not, but this is happening now. Okay, and who prefer to work with established architecture. Go back to the circle that I'm telling you guys just now, the dotted line. Where are we, the youngsters? Still nowhere. Okay, so create monopolistic environment where the small firms can find it difficult to compete. So, what she says here, HVC, high value client, LVC, low value client. So what the youngsters doing now in practice? This is the one. We have to banyakkan jumlah LVC. Okay, this is what we are doing now, because this is the thing that we are taking up renovations. We are taking up small projects, personal project, bungalows, etc., and very, very small project for sole proprietorship nowadays. Okay, all right. So there are pros and cons for the new startup. Okay, so new startup is actually more flexibilities. Okay, more personalized, unique brand identity. So you name it lah, because you have your own practice, then you can relate this kind of thing. And you know what? If you notice, what the young architect always do when they starting up their practice, I'm not sure about others, but this is happening to me. When I pin up my location, this is the thing happening. Farming system. Farming system? If you really understand about real estate property agent, how they work, their work is farming. Okay? Which is the localized. Once you pin your location there, all the people surrounding, even the small private client will call you. Hey, I found you in location lah. This is the nearest to my office. This is the nearest to my house. So this is what we've done. So we copy whatever they did. So we try to implement. Yes, we face it in creative way. Alright. So the rest you can read. Okay. So the pitfall. Because this is the topic of today, the pitfall of new startup, the young architect, the young generation practitioner. Okay, there is a lot. You can read it, but what I want to show is in the red color is relying too heavily on one source of income. When you have one project, you're already satisfied with it. No, we have to leverage. So whatever we have, okay. And then the main part is most of us when we started. Because we don't have the manual to architecture practice, right? We don't have the manual to architecture business. So this is what we face. We face the mistakes. So please don't fail to screen the client. Okay, what I did was, in my experience, I do charge scale of fees. Whoever doesn't want, move on. Because that will show the client is serious. It's not serious, client. Then you will suffer until 3 years. Because I have experienced this. Okay, during my first job, I've opened up my practice. So please do charge as minimum as scale of fees. And maybe for youngsters, I'm not sure but seniors will agree with me or not, I charge upfront. I'm so sorry to tell this, But this is one of the things that I can see the client, if it is serious or not. Okay? It's actually until 5 to 7 years of practice, it's working with me. Okay, so the client really does respect when you do upfront. They need something from you, and I need something from them, so they respect that. Okay, so this is one level of screening. At least you get payment, right? Okay, tips. Okay, because of the challenge, because of the because of the pitfall, it's very negative thingy that we can talk today. But this is the thing that I hope you guys will learn, which is some of it. Okay, because I read this kind of book, it's good to get to read the book. Okay, The Secret. But this is from the Wallace Wattles. Okay, doing things in certain way. It doesn't mean a new way, a new young generation way. Sometimes we can copy whatever successful eyes did. Okay, so please do. All right. Next, either you have to go small or you have to go big. Okay. So this is the question in mind. Seriously, I'm not sure about you guys, but the youngsters now in practice, should you start small or aim to grow big for the outset? That's ice breaking, You have a lots of questions in mind. You have a lots of fear that you are facing. But this is the biggest pitfall when you are excess thinking. You just want to do, just do. Okay? Just do. So you are over-analyzing also is the problem. Because you're going to missing out the opportunities there. Because technology evolves. Okay? Project is there. Then you need to creatively find it. Alright? So excess thinking is not. I've talked to my friend just now this morning. He wanted to open the, practice. I said, just go. But you know how to face it. Right? That's the challenge there. Like the tips. Okay? Just do it. Okay? Nike always already done it, already said it. Just inspire them. Alright? 这是个什么？可以做呢？可以对的。对的。Okay, this is the translation of a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Okay, so this is what youngsters have to do. Even though you have a lot in your mind, a lot of things to be thinking of, a lot of questions, just start with one single step. One step at a time. Okay? So, pros and cons, okay? Either to go big, to go small, or to go big. Yeah, you can read it. Okay, because the small, already low overhead. You don't need to pay so much gaji or whatever, okay? But for me, I've been dreaming to be on this stage actually 5 years ago. And not, it's kind of miracle architects who call me to be on this stage today because I'm setting up this goal 5 years ago. So setting up the goal is actually one of the tips for the youngsters. In 5 years, what you're going to do? In 10 years, what you're going to do? But it's not about reaching a goal. It's about renewing your goal. It's about resetting your goal. What you want to achieve in 2 years, long term, short term. So this is what the youngsters should know. Because if you can't proceed it until 10 years with your goal, I think you better do something else. Yes, you have to plan for your life. Maybe like Salam, taking a pictures, that is the goal in their life because everyone's goal is so different. Okay? Alright, again, another pitfall when you start a process, okay, of architecture practice, not only face like I can say, or not only screening your client, it's actually most I can find, because I also teaching previously in, class, bear, whatsoever, so I found that most of young architects cannot attend and cannot secure a very, good contract agreement, okay? There are some here and there. So in the classes that we attended, where we've been mentored by, okay? So absent informal agreements and contract is the biggest pitfall. Because some little things that clients so intelligent, to cut your fees. So please be careful on that. So agreement is an agreement between two parties, from you and the client is, so crucial. And then again, you can read overall. Okay, so guys, either to start small or start or grow bigger, we have to be brave to jump in the lake full of crocodiles. Because you know what? Crocodiles only move forward. You notice that? So you have to be creative inside the lake, alright? This is where I was in 2017. I asked my husband for his workshop, I asked him just to get one table. This is where I started Regina Architect, in his workshop. and he has to sacrifice half of it for me as a sole prop. And this is where I have one laptop, one printer. It's so small, and it's a single. Okay, and this is what now, Alhamdulillah. Okay? It's about the goal setting, as I'm saying this now. So you have to set a goal, even if it's 1 day goal, 2 days goal, 5 years goal, 10 years goal. This is what we need to achieve, because we work with our goal and we see the problem is nothing because we focus in the solution. Alright. Okay. Yeah, prepare to grow big with starting small, a step at a time. Okay. So just leverage in existing resources. Like I said just now, I only have my husband's workshop. I only have one laptop, one tab, one printer. It's okay. Just start. Okay, just start. Maybe it's not a young generation. Maybe a senior generation want to start your own practice. Also, just use whatever you have that God has given to you surrounding you. Okay, so we will be minimize the risk and focus core competencies and prepare basic office needs. That's it. You have your own handphone. This thing is actually a very amazing office, you know. You are living inside this actually. It's not the other way around. Actually, we are in here. Okay, so just use whatever you have. Alright. I found that, I'm not sure about this, but I found that in either small or big, the real pitfalls are we're afraid to outsourcing our job. We're afraid to share with other people because we want to gain 100% under you. Okay, we are afraid to do that. You know, the benefit of, you know, sharing the project, sharing the incomes and whatsoever is actually open more to another doors. Okay, so another thing is we have no referral because if we not do that, we are so we are so sole, we are so working alone. So we have no referral. We have no mouth to mouth, you know, reference that can say that, oh, this is good architect that we work with, unless you go to the competition that Dato' Hajira said just now, unless you are being in, you know, in a magazine or whatsoever, or you portray yourself in Facebook and social media or whatever just now. Okay, so no referral is actually one of the biggest pitfalls for youngsters architects. Okay, and then another biggest thing is ignoring administration staff. This is what happening to me also in the beginning. So what I did was, it's actually a lot of work to do, administration, accounting, whatsoever, to do it by yourself. You need to have a system. Invest in the system. Later I will tell about investment. Okay? Alright. Okay, so this is the challenge lah. Normal lah, I think small or big, okay, to secure potential project from big clients while operating small practice. It's the biggest challenge for us. Okay? So because I say we don't have a comprehensive manual inherited from previous how to run the architecture business. So guys, this is opportunity to give a talk maybe later in time. Alright? So, Dato' Hajida, this is your things that you given to me, I think last 5 years or 4 years ago when you talk about S and XL business. I really take your advice in the lift, okay? Although you are small, make it extra. So I pegang this kind of thing until today. Thank you, Dato', for your thing. That's why I keep resetting my goals, you know. Alright, but the biggest pitfall again, okay? We doesn't know when will be a perfect timing to grow. We doesn't know. Okay, if you we are not setting a goal, it will be more dangerous. Okay, because you doesn't know where the perfect timing. Okay, so and you are not renewing your goals. I can say. So how? Okay, how? You have to recognize. Okay, this is a signal when you think that you cannot overcome things alone. That is the first signal. You have to understand the administration, accounting. You don't have time to go to pursue master or PhD for that. No, you just need to JV with other people, outsourcing. That's the thing. And when you're outsourcing, you can know how to put your money here and there. It's like a tabung for administration, it's like a tabung for accounting, it's like a tabung for you to run the project and to survive within 6 years and 6 months at least. Okay, so this is the first sign that you cannot ignore. Alright, when you need help, get help, outsourcing it. Be brave, okay? And then evaluate your capacity. When you think that capacity is not enough in the office, now one computer has to be 2 computers, 3 computers, that will be we face, isn't it? This is normal, but if you don't notice that, you don't invest on that, you don't collect, you don't have a collection for that, it will be the biggest pitfall, okay? And then when you see the client demand, who's trusted you already, because you built the trust with the client, right? So when the client said that, I want to give you more, I want to give this, I introduce you to this, that is another sign for you to grow, okay? Either you're JV with other friends, or you JV with other company, or you grow as a partnership, or the corporate, or whatsoever we call it, okay? And then financial stability, you have to set the target within certain years, how much you want to achieve, and how early you're going to retire. I don't know, is architect retired? I'm not sure, okay? I'll just serious here, alright? Okay, my experience actually, while expanding the staff, expanding the people who are and outsourcing whatsoever, don't disregard their potential, because the potential of each is different. For those who are really good in submission, let he do. For those really good in 3D, let he do. Outsourcing in different way. If you employ a person to do everything, is the biggest pitfall for me. Okay? And deal nice, payment, etc. Okay? You can do this. Seriously, you can do this. Is what happening to me that I'm sharing with you guys. Maybe not all you will agree. So dare to outsource. Guys, dare to JV. Okay? Alright. This is the biggest part. As I said that we lack in terms of manual, okay, to run an architecture business now for the young generation and to sustain this architecture, okay. We don't have the mentorship. We always independent, okay. So we don't have the program. Maybe we can propose this program in pen. I don't know. It can be done. It's doable. So the pitfall of youngster architect, yeah, of course, you're working with social media, you can get a lots of things, the gold and diamond of information on the internet, but actually seeking an advice, seeking, mentorship is number one. Architect Zaini is actually one of my mentors also, previously before I opened up my own practice. Dato Izumi also have become one, previously. This is where you want to overcome your question. Seek for the opportunity to have mentorship, okay? Just ask. We have lots of very amazing seniors here. Just ask, okay? Just ask. Unless you don't want to be asked lah. Seniors, I'm so sorry. Okay? Alright. The challenge is actually, I know, it's not as easy that I said, but to find the right mentor. Mentor, how is it? Okay? So, the mentor that is knowledgeable, willing to invest time in us, really to layan us like baby ni kan, tak tahu apa, something like that. But yeah, just try and error. Just try. Do a mistake. Okay? Finding your own certain way. Find your own certain way to move to your goal. Right? So, what Oprah Winfrey said, a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. What happens when you see the hope? You will grow, right? You will do the next action. So this is seeking a guidance, building connection and working, this is kind of cross-learning that you can have. So this is what I do also, not only mentorship with the seniors, but I do, suck the knowledge from young generation when I do my part-time teaching in universities. Because this generation nowadays is so fast that I think I cannot cope with. So I learn from them. So this is the way to get the mentorship program. Okay, we can mentor them, they teach us. It is something like it's unplugging ourselves, unplugging our brain to give something, and they receive it and they teach us in terms of new technology. So this is the fastest way to learn. Okay, always learn. Okay, that's the thing. Make mistake. Do you recognize who Jim Rohn was? Jim Rohn is one of entrepreneurship mentorship. You should go each of his code is very good. So it is important to learn from your mistake, but it's better to learn from other people's mistake. So go meet Jim Rohn in YouTube. Seriously, you will learn a lot of things and you can apply in architecture. This is what I did in my life. Okay? So make your own success. Right. Young generation. We do have mentorship. Recognize this? Recognize who? Okay? Both of you is a very is a very important person in PAM. Thank you for that. All right, and they have teaching a lab since 2013. These classes, okay, lab, BAR, ZSR, okay, is not only about part 3, you know. It's actually about mentorship. We're building up our confidence. We're building up our knowledge at the same time with these kind of classes. That I am one of them. You can see me, maybe different size a bit lah. Because it's 2000. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, that's the thing. We have to be creative in, you know, in giving, in sharing, in mentorship, seeking for advice. So sometimes attending these kind of classes, okay, except for me, and attending MLM also classes, because I want to seek for knowledge. I want to seek in a very fastest way. So this is the thing. It's not only to pass the exam, but it's actually to get this mentorship and to keep your momentum. Alright, this is another thing that we can discuss today. It's about investment. For me, I'm not sure about others, there are two only things that I think investment are very crucial in your life, which is time or money. If you have more time, maybe you don't have money. You have money, a lot, but maybe you don't have time. So which one to invest? So this investment is very good for young entrepreneurship to understand. Okay? Time management is actually, our pitfall is actually, okay, spending a lot of time in certain small things. Layan buat SMP lah, layan buat color lah, whatsoever. So, time management, okay? Time is actually crucial. But spending excessive time on skill development and working without translating it into action steps can hinder progress. So, what you need to do is set the end in mind. So, you have to full stop. Where to full stop? And know your dignity. Know your, know your thing that you want to achieve. And then another pitfall is overcommitting. Okay, overcommitting. Yeah, boleh. But that boleh until 1 year. You didn't get paid. Alright? I experienced this, okay? So that's why I'm sharing with you guys. It's not that the thing that I didn't do. I did it. That's why I'm sharing today. Alright? So that's the challenge, okay? The balancing action, okay? Managing the time and skill, you know, the investment time and money is something that really you need to think of, okay? And then the immediate financial pressure, of course, like me, when I started my practice, I have nothing. Okay, I have nothing. My saving is that I'm using all and everything. So this is a very hard time for you when you start your own business. But this is the thing I need to face. All right, and then know how to prioritize. Know how to prioritize. This is the biggest thing that you didn't understand. I mean, it's a challenge for you is to prioritize the things. All right. So how? Yeah, I'm not knowing about others, but for me, even though you're learning fire compartmentalization, I did compartmentalize my brain too. I'm so sorry, okay? But this is what I need to do. Which part is family, which part is for, you know, working, which part is for religion, which part is everything in your CPU. We call it CPU, right? So which part to compartmentalize? You have to compartmentalize it one by one. Which is which, you have to identify and then start to prioritize. When 9 a.m. what you need to do, 10 a.m. what you need to do. Okay, work with pride. That's how you can manage the time when you identify the compartmentalization. And avoid unnecessary activities you don't want to, because I'm not sure about you guys, but when I see TikTok, suddenly it's 3 hours. I'm not sure about you guys, but this is happening. This is the thing that challenges us now. So learn to compartmentalize and work with it. So my advice is one breath at a time, one step at a time, and one day at a time, okay? So do it. So, another tips. Dare to put a full stop, okay? If you are browsing TikTok like 3 hours, just stop, seriously. If not, you're going to take like until 11 p.m. And then dare to be a successful people in 4 a.m. club. Please, yes, this is worked for me for the past few years. I mean for the past 20 years, 30 years, seriously, this is happening. Where you can have your submission first, okay? To whomever you got, okay? Submit, surrender, be grateful first that you already have this kind of to be grateful, small things in your life. And then start to plan. This is the best time to plan. I'm telling you guys, I'm starting my part 3 during 4 a.m. after I do my submission, surrenders and grateful whatsoever, this only the time I have, because 9 to 6 I have to work. If you really understand in your religious way, okay, taking up your working time for do your necessary, personal things, not really good. That's why you need to have your own time to compartmentalize what is, really needs, what is really not, okay? So, early bird catch the best worm in the morning, right? Okay, so that's why sometimes the secretary also, morning dah bagi message. Yeah, this is me. This is me. I'm so sorry. If you want to read, you want to respond, just respond. If you want to, just don't want to. Because this is my time, so I'm so sorry. Because until 9 to 6, I will be silent because of the work. Okay, I have my own time. Alright. So, money investment without a strategic plan, of course, you doesn't know, because only you know which tabung you want to isi. Tabung kerja, tabung duit rumah, tabung gaji. Of course, I think awal-awal memang tak ada gaji lah for the startup kan. So, which is which? And then nak bayar gaji orang, outsourcing. So, you have to understand the money investment. So, the challenge is, we have to really update with technologies. These are the things that I think you need to invest. The biggest investment now, okay? It's not only about time, but it's about technologies and industry trends, okay? With the AI thingy, okay, something like that. So, but managing finance while juggling between personal and office commitments, you name it lah, is happening until now, even though it is not small firm, but biggest firm also facing this kind of thing. So, what to invest? In a lot of this kind of thing listed, my experience, I invest in cloud system for my server. I invest a lot because I trust also working remotely, especially for me. Okay, while I'm here, maybe 5 minutes after this, I need to go back to office, but my office is inside here. That's why I said, this is my office too. Okay, so I invest in terms of this kind of thing for my staff also to get flexible. I'm so sorry about younger generation, but I don't think 9 to 6 is yours already. Okay, it's so flexible nowadays. By 4:30, I said, I cannot tahan see your face, I go back lah. Okay, but when I did something in the system in the office, like working 3 days, 2 days at home, I found that most of my works actually settle. Because you win-win situation. This is the thing that we are facing now, that we have to see the solution behind it. Okay, so let's try and error. But until 3 years recently, after the pandemic, of course, it's worked for me. Okay, so you need to invest, and then not adapting the technology is the biggest pitfall nowadays. You cannot run with it now. Okay, because it starts evolving. Right, so what to invest is actually to balance between time and money. Is actually to continue learn and to invest in significant tools to achieve your goal settings just now. Alright, this kind of thing, procrastinate versus expedite. Alright, sometimes kita bukan sengaja nak lewatkan kerja kan, but we know the things happening now so fast, time flies so fast. Alright, so our challenge now, I don't want to say that authority like this, the client like that, you know it, you name it, the challenge that we face. Yes, is the bureaucratic delays is the biggest pitfall and challenge for us, especially dealing with the authorities. Just now this morning, right, we discussed about it. And then the client indecision, you name it, contractual issues, delaying the things. Come on guys, we need money, we need cepat lah. So this is a youngster's face nowadays. So with this kind of challenges, it's led to burnout. Seriously, tell me, siapa tak burnout on this practice? Yes, we are burning out because of this kind of delay, facing people face, authority face. Like, I have a friend tu, Dato' Haji Dan, telling me, architect is very good lah. Bila depan authority senyum sampai tinggal, keluar je jadi hijau. Macam, yes, it's true. That's what we're facing now. We have to face that. Okay, so we are led to burnout. And then procrastinate, so it will lead to procrastination. It's not sengaja, but sometimes it have to. Okay, kadang-kadang terpaksa mendelaykan things. So the dangers of delaying important decision and tasks is actually miss the opportunity. Alright? Okay? So sometimes expediting, okay, acting too swiftly without adequate information also is become a pitfall. You buat kerja cepat sangat. Okay, so kadang-kadang pun bahaya juga. So how? So fast but not hurry. Even though my name consists of rush, Rushdina, kan? but I'm not in a rush. I always fast, but not in a hurry. Okay? So how to do that is actually to understand to utilizing the tools and technology. To help you to be fast, of course, to outsourcing, to work with your friends, but tools is important. You have the BIM now, you have the Revit now. You need to invest, then invest. Meet your goal. If you cannot invest because of the money that you have, only just do whatever you have and do leverage the tools that you have. Okay. So prioritizing the tasks is actually identify the critical tasks. Right. But better be careful if you hurry, because you know what, the printers also can smell it. Okay. Don't let your printer know that you're in a hurry because they smell better. No time to lah, nak rosak the printers, right? Yes. So this is the analogy. All right. Okay. And then conventional models versus new business model. Okay, this is the thing that actually opportunity and potential. Okay, to grow the business in architecture. Okay, not only conventional models of business. This model is not model like a making model. This is actually a business model system. Okay, a new business model. It's in the market in architecture now. All right. Okay, conventional. Yeah, we have office, we have project-based billing. Okay, blah blah blah. We follow the SOMF. Okay, after we render the service, then we get paid. No, you claim until 2 years. It's something like that. Okay, and then local focus and then in-person collaboration. Okay, this is the thing that conventional lah, which is we made by email. We wanted to meet you, Mr. Client. Can we set an appointment, guys? It's so conventional lah. All right. So it's actually mismanaging conventional method also become a pitfall, because you have to, this is a challenge. Fixed office is actually you have to run the operational cost, betul tak? But it is not to say not important. You have to have a physical office, okay? Because you want to store your tools that you invest just now, okay? You have to. But finding the correct one, finding the right one, finding the right location to go with the farming system just now, okay? All right. Okay, and then next, so new business model. This is happening right after pandemic. I can say lots of things that have been taught me. All right, which is to go remotely. That's why I dare to do a mistake in case to invest in this kind of a server clouds. Okay, so everyone, you ask me where's your server in the office? No, it's everything in the cloud. Then you can just access with the link and emails or whatever. So you can invest in the security too. All right. So flexible workspace. So this is the new business model. An office architect become a wedding space. An office architect become the other things. This is the new model that you can implement in your business now. Seriously. Okay. To leverage whatever you have, especially your skill. Like Dr. Hajida, maybe you like to paint half of your office. Maybe you can become a gallery and they can become income or something like that. So this is the new business model that you think can survive, just do, because this is what we face now to survive. At least kelangsungan hidup berjalan, something like that. Okay. So the biggest pitfall is actually the reluctant or lack desire among architects to explore new business model. Sometimes you think that office cannot do anything lah. I'm gonna fall with this kind of office. Kena tutup one day. No, please do something now, because we have to creative in facing the problems. Okay. So diversify in architecture. One of it, but in certain books, saying that diversifying is actually killing also, but that is another story. Okay, that is another related to tax, debt or whatsoever. So another story that we can hold a business architecture business talk in time. Alright, this is my office. Sorry, I'm not showing the floor plan because I cannot cut my roof. Okay, this is the thing that I planned in 2017. Okay, but not knowing where my office. This is the general, but it's actually happening. Okay, after the pandemic especially, the first part is the office part, the meeting part, and my staff working behind like a home. They're placing the thing behind, having a chit-chatting, having a bar, something like that. This is a new business model. And I'm opening up the back for the people who want to use the Wi-Fi, become a meeting space. Yes, you can do it. You can do it, seriously. So this is what's happening to my office. So we're working here and public, they access to behind. Okay, there's a new model that you have to be brave to open up to. Alright, to consider the expansion of service under basic service. Guys, in our basic service of 5 services, tell me how many has been taken up by others? A lot. 3D making, BIM, you are reaching all the profession outside. And now currently that I mentioned in time, access audit also mixed by other profession. Access audit is actually under architect, MS 1184. Why other profession are taking it up? Okay, so one by one. So be creative under 5 basic service in what we can increase the architecture business. Okay, so this is the thing that potentially done increase architecture business sharing and training in PAM. So we have to leverage whatever we have. Okay, all right. Maybe diversifying, just now I'm saying, and early exit plans. I don't know. Okay, maybe for some people. So look at these people. And one of here, Architect Reda, applause to you for the Rumah Tansi is very successful. And I think Dr. Haji dah went there yesterday. And one of our architect also, Architect Sharawi, okay, is making his own gallery, making 3D printing, mask. You can do whatever you want based on your skills, alright? Making money. And the night house, who's owned it, Architect Razin, you know what it's attached to? Below the house is a wedding space. So he has the income every month, okay? I already asked him to put this, yes, he said, okay, because I already visit his house, go and visit his house, okay, because it's a very good event space and they just live upstairs, okay, so this is the thing that you can leverage whatever you have. And then our Dr. Tan, okay, Oromo, the gallery, this is the thing that, the things that you love, you can make money as well, alright? Okay, another one thing is work-life balance versus work-life integration. This is not something to choose, but it's you to feel it. Either you want to work-life balance, you want to put a full stop on this kind of, your schedule, or you want to integrate it. At some point, sometimes you're integrated, at some point, sometimes you're balancing it, okay? So the challenge is actually, this is happening after the post-pandemic, okay? After the post-pandemic, it's actually we seeking for flexible, okay? Flexible schedule that have become the new norm. That's why you need to have to think the new business model in your office to keep survive. And then the biggest challenge, okay, sorry I'm saying this because we need to deal with the pandemic generation, the one that I say that not 9 to 6 people, okay? So we have to be brave and understand the situation and learn from them because they know the technology and they want us to share our experience. That's the thing. Okay, so the pitfall between life, balance and life integration with the work. Okay, maybe now tengah kerja, now tengah thought, suddenly you have to entertain your family. You have to set the boundaries between them. So setting up the boundaries or boundaries blurring is actually one of the pitfall. Okay, or overcommitment to one. Maybe too overcommit with your work, also a pitfall. Too overcommit with your families. So when can you get the money? You have to balance it. Okay, this is the thing that young generation, or not really young generation, maybe seniors also facing it. Okay, and then we are struggling for perfection. For what? No, like Dr. Ajida said just now, we cannot claim this is our building. No, just that's it. We in this world have to serve more to people, give more value. When we elevate it, like we elevate our people, our life also will be elevated by Allah. Okay, that's what I'm trusting. Okay, so this is work-life balance, work-life integration that you can know it. They have pros and cons. You tell yourself, you ask yourself, what is the most appropriate and works for you to achieve your goals, that thing. Alright? So I think there's a lot of benefits also when you have work-life balance, which is to reduce the burnout, you know how to deal with time, 9 to 6 kerja, balik kerja pergi minum kopi dulu with friends, and after that you go back and watch Netflix or whatsoever. So you control yourself, alright? But work-life integration, sometimes you didn't remember when to take your breakfast, sometimes you didn't remember when to take your lunch. It actually will affect your momentum too. So please do the boundary. Remember just now, put a full stop to your things, okay? So set the boundaries and setback. Bukan rumah je, bukan bangunan je, but you have to set the boundaries and setback within your bubble. You have your own bubble, right? So to prioritize self-care, of course your well-being, of course your healthy. This is the thing that you need to balance out. Go cycling, go walking. You have to inspire people for this kind of thing, okay? And then effective time management based on your compartmentalization of brain and your prioritization just now. Okay, this is one of the last thing. Branding, marketing. Guys, we cannot do advertisement, but we can do marketing, what? Okay, because the act also doesn't mention about marketing. the circular of the bugger also mentioned about branding. Mentioned about advertising, not marketing. So marketing is actually in us. If you cannot market your office, come to my office, Regina Architect, we sell this, like, in the internet, right? But what you can do is actually selling your ideas. You're pitching up your ideas, pitching up your knowledge. That's the best thing you need to do in social media. So you cannot advertise your office, fine, but I can advertise my knowledge. What's wrong with that? Same thing, right? So branding versus marketing. Actually, our challenge is social media. Just now, Kita Hajida said about bogus. Yes, this is our competitor, social media. Because I have lots of clients that calling me, oh, I baru je shopping architect dekat social media. Oh my God, this is so serious because they shop the designer in social media. They look the Instagram, they look at the Pinterest. This is the thing that we need to set some full stop, okay? In legalization, illegal, something like that, okay? But the challenge for us when competing with this kind of people is to building trust. Because the first thing you open up the practice is to build a trust, isn't it? If people are not trusting you, how can we get a project? How can we get the money? No. Even we get a project, but we cannot convince to get our payment. That is the building in trust, okay? So this is the challenge. But now building the trust is happening in social media. So we need to compete with this kind of registered, unregistered people. Even registered people nowadays also, with this kind of social media, portraying the business, portraying the building. So you have to compete with them. If you have nothing, just do whatever you have, okay? Alright? So actually branding involves creating a unique identity and voice, okay? While marketing focuses on promoting service, you have to market at least yourself, your dignity, your thoughts, your insight, share with other people. This is what the things that make me here today also, that helps me. Because when you ask young generation, hey, I kenal you from Twitter, something like that. So yeah, I'm sending my message there, okay? So this is the at least the small thing you can contribute and inspire young generation. But now we have LinkedIn, right? It's for professional, so-called social media. All the CEOs, all the big names there. So leverage on it. Why not? Say something good. Say something good in your practice. Say something good, insightful for architecture. So this is how people can recognize you. Alright? Yeah, again, this is the new architect's nightmare. Seriously. When you meet the client buka Pinterest. I nak macam ni, I nak macam ni, I nak macam ni. Yeah? Seems so, normal, okay? So, yes, you have to deal with it. So, compete nicely. To make things different is about your knowledge, because you have 5 to 6 years. You have 5 to 6 years to understand the architecture, and then another years to study part 3. So use it, okay? Share with other people. So your Instagram full of knowledge and inspire young generation. Okay? So some of the pitfalls actually failing to differentiate between branding and marketing. Brand is brand. Some people say, no, you already brand lah. But nama you yang naik, tak dengar pun you as a director of this company, you blah blah blah, you ni. Yeah, it's a brand. But marketing is different. Marketing is you need to do to survive, okay? To get the things to achieve your goal, whatever you want, the clients, the money, whatsoever. Okay, not only in architecture, but this is actually a business thing. Alright? Okay. So, why I'm stressing you guys with this kind of thing? Because you know what? As of 2021, this is the latest that I get. I cannot get the latest 2024. It's actually 4.66 billion people around the world use internet, guys. Come on. If you share 3 tips in design, this possibility 10%, 20% of these billions people looking at it, okay, is no boundaries now. So share it in order you guys to be trusted, to be recognized, okay? And then, so this is what I'm saying. Be seen, be trusted, and please keep updated. You like it or not, just share your knowledge in social media, okay? So, last but not least, manjada wajada wa zar'a hasada means that he who strives succeed, and he who plants harvest. Thank you.
Wow. Ina, when I met her this morning, she was very nervous. She agak butterflies in my stomach. Guys, Give it to her. Please, another big round of applause. Anyhow, that much Mandarin I know lah. Okay, we are actually behind time, but I still think that we need to have a coffee break. So we have a 20 minutes coffee break. But before that, our secretary is going to share a QR code. I would like for you all to scan the QR code and answer some questions. This is the questionnaire that Architect Hazim has prepared for his research. Dina, you wanted to share about the CSR program? Yeah. Yeah. Just 2 minutes. Yeah. So before you go, something that Dina wants to share with you.
Yeah, box survey.
This is survey. Yes. Yep.
Change this slide. Sorry for taking up 2 minutes. This is the thing that I think we should be informed from now. Do I have the slides? Can I take a few minutes, please?
Sorry, this is a COP committee, not done by Asif.
Yang lagi satu tadi. Ada dua tadi. Tadi ada nampak dah ada. Pasal PAM prihatin. I'm so sorry taking note this because this is the thing that I want to share with you guys. Okay. Okay. Again, as a council member of this term, I've been, instructed to lead the Social and Community Responsibility Committee. So actually, I wanted to re-aware to you guys that we have PAM prihatin because we need a to help our own members in this PAM. Okay, with our help together, we can help them. Okay, but this is only the channel that we already created in PAM. To have PAM prihatin is a program exclusively for PAM members managed by my committee just now, SER committee, in carrying of welfare and well-being of the members in need. So in aspect of it. Again, sorry. Okay, so this is the channel that we can donate to our members in need because we have lots of members sick after this kind of pandemic, especially died and really need help. So we can reach this to from PAM prihatin at pam.org. Okay, and this kind of thing, we among the SCR committee will evaluate the can or not to be helped. Okay, because it's registration, etc. And then the fundraisers and coordinator. Okay, this is the place where we can collect the fund also. Alright, next is actually the source of fund of PAM prihatin is a collective initiative from members, for members, our own members who registered with PAM. So the source of fund will be from fundraising programs by PAM and voluntary donation by members. Especially you can see the donation box outside. Okay, individual organization. It's supporting our member in PAM. So how to donate is actually you can simply go to MAE, Maybank or whatever, scan this thing, or go to can bank in this kind of number, okay, and or you can go to box outside. So that's it. Because we already help so lots of architects in need, even though some of it has died, So we have them not in terms of monetary form because this is against our constitution, but we have some gift to give, maybe a wheelchair, perhaps one day when we have enough collection in our PAM prihatin. Okay, thank you very much.
So we have a 20 minutes coffee break and we'll come back around 11:30 to continue with our third speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It was good.
Is it okay?
Butterflies apa? Dia eagle lah punya keluar kan. Bukan butterfly, eagle.
Ya, Dina.
Thank you.
Banyak kot.
Betul tak?
Kalau apa susu tak tumpah ke pinggan tu, pinggan tak tumpah ke susu. Aku tak tumpah dah.
Bukan susu lah.
Kuah. Aku ingat susu je.
Susu pula. Kam. Let's
Mana foto? Jom.
Minum susu.
tambah.
Masuk juga kena. Macam natural. Masuk. Ni lah budak dia tak hantar sampai drawing. Dia tak buat paper. Cukup minit je ni. Jom.
Dah makan belum? Belum. Nyai.
Alright.
Lambat dia kan?
Lalang satu yang sebab ini ada nak untuk saya video. So macam datang ke lawan.
No, we don't use ours then. Yeah. Huh? Just let me look at this. Hey, that's Miza. How are you? Why are you growing roti for?
It's my daughter. My next architect.